Hey, good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are. I've got one question for you today. What's going on in your life that's taken a different direction? Has something happened to you in life and you've ended up going down a different path or a different course of life that you couldn't quite have imagined? Has something happened to you and taken your life in a totally different direction that you would never have imagined, and it's completely changed you? It's changed you so much so that sometimes you look in the mirror and you really don't recognize yourself. You feel like you're a completely different person. How many of you have actually been through this or are going through this right now? Because I'm going to share with you my story and where I am today and who I became, because it's really an interesting story. Many people say to me, "Hey Nailah, how are you? Where are you from? What's your nationality? What's your origins?" And you know, the funny thing is that I changed my name to Nailah when I became Muslim. And yes, I'm going to share this story with you. Some people might like it, some people won't. But it's a very interesting story. And it makes me who I am today. And it brings me to be the person that I am today. I started out my life in the UK. I was born and raised in the UK in a small village called Malton. I went to Malton School and I grew up there. And over the years, I traveled and met different cultures and different people and different things. I explored different ways of life, different traditions, different understandings and different values, very different to mine. I ended up here in Dubai and I started to question what was Islam. I started to want to know more about it, what it was. And I literally became Muslim. I started to pray and to want to know more about the science of Islam and how and the whys, and I started to cover. Now, some of you watching this will be like, what on earth is she talking about? This is ridiculous. I don't want to listen to this video. It's completely horrible and not related to me or my life. But the reason I'm sharing that story with you is because if you were to see me 6 years ago, you would not recognize me. I was nothing like this. I had short hair, completely shaved on the side. I was completely different to who I am today, inside and out. It's like I was reborn with a different personality, different values, different beliefs, completely different way of life. Not only did that impact my values, my core of who I am, but the way I live and types of people that I engage with, the types of activities that I do in my pastime, in my life. What has happened to you in your life that has really dramatically changed your life, that you look back and you think, wow? I was inspired this morning by a guy named Mike who commented on one of my posts saying how he'd stopped drinking alcohol and he'd stopped smoking cigarettes. And it made me think that actually changing habits is something amazing that we can do. And fostering a new lifestyle, new happy habits, new ways of living, new ways of doing things, mixing in new circles, trying out new things. When we're happiest in life and we're our most creative and innovative, it's when we are exploring new things. Maybe it's learning a new language, making new friends, going and exploring, traveling and doing different things in the world. I mean, there's so many things that we can do that takes the course of life in a different direction. And remember, whatever's going on in your life right now, you're not in control of that. There's decisions that you can make and there's things that you can do that will also affect the course of your life. But just remember, your life was already written for you. Your life was already documented when you were born, and that your life is just taking the correct course of action. Sometimes things will happen to you in life and you'll question it. Sometimes get yourself all worked up, full of anxiety and stress and questioning why and how. But just trust the process. Trust that the process is happening to you because it should. Sometimes things come into your life and you don't know why and you can't make sense of why that's happening to you. But it's happening because it's supposed to. It's supposed to happen that way. Everything that happens to us for a reason. It's to make us stronger, more resilient. It's to help us learn and grow. So remember, whatever direction you're going in life, it could change at any moment in time. And embrace that. When something new comes into your life and you don't know how to handle it or you don't know how to deal with it, embrace it. You might get butterflies in your tummy. You might feel anxious and nervous because it's something new to you. But embrace it. Be the better version of yourself by embracing change. Sometimes change doesn't feel comfortable, but when we change, sometimes we end up being the better version of ourselves. Just like me dressed like this. I would never have imagined myself years ago dressed in a hijab, covered up, living a completely different life in Dubai, in the Middle East. I would never have imagined myself living this way. And I changed my name to Nailah because I believe that that fits with the character of who I am. Nailah means positive and successful in everything that they do, or she or he does. Anyone with that name, and that's why I chose that. So remember to have faith and trust that change is good for you. Sometimes change is what we need in life. So think about how you can be the better version of yourself. What changes do you need to make? And embrace them. And trust that your path in life is gonna take the right path according to your destination. Where you need to go and what's happening is happening because it should do. Embrace life. Face every challenge head on. Grab it with both hands and trust the process, because you can be the better version of yourself if you believe and trust the process. Believe in yourself, go out there and make a difference in the world. Have a beautiful day, guys, and thank you so much for watching. I hope that it inspires you today to make a positive change in your life. Have a good day.